Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Quarter Life Creative. My name is Gretchen, and today we're going to be talking about the idea of living for yourself and making life choices for yourself and being unapologetic about the way you want to live your life and the decisions you make. So I find that a lot of people feel lost and confused as to what they want to do with their lives and what direction they want to take with their lives because there are a lot of shoulds in their life. Like, I should be getting a degree. I should be getting a job where I have 401k. I should have a master's degree or whatever it is. And we get so bogged down by the shoulds in our lives that we aren't really able to see what we want. And usually I find this true for my own life too, that when I have something that I should be doing, it's not something that I really want to be doing. It's something that someone else has told me or society has told me that I need to do. So it's basically trying to meet other people's expectations of what I should do with my life. And so the question I want to ask for you today is, what do you want? Independent of other people, independent of what your family wants, independent of what your partner wants, independent of what your parents may want for you to do, what do you want to do? And I find that we get so carried away with this unconscious should in our brains, and it kind of fogs us up and makes us feel really confused about what we actually want to do, because we think that one of the things that we have to do is make other people happy, and we have to live our lives to make other people happy. So I'll give you an example of something that I had to go through and that I kind of really learned a lot from. I grew up in a strong Catholic household. I went to Catholic grade school. I went to church twice a week. And I grew up with parents who were really Catholic, and especially my mom. She is like a die-hard Catholic Filipino woman, and if you know anyone like her, you would know exactly how intense she can be, how intense, I guess, people of the Filipino background can be with being Catholic. So it's just really important in my family background, really important with my culture. So as I started to grow up, I realized that I didn't want to be Catholic anymore. I didn't want to subscribe to these beliefs. I didn't want to go to church. I didn't really want to do any of it because I genuinely didn't believe it, and it wasn't something that I wanted to continue to practice for my own life. So I gathered up the courage to tell my mom this and to tell her that I'm not going to be going to church anymore because I don't want to be Catholic anymore. And of course, she was really upset with me. She was really angry with me. She was upset and disappointed and saying, you know, the only thing that I ask of you is to do this, to just go to church once a week on the weekends, and you can't even do that for me. Now, of course, hearing all that, it made me feel so guilty. Like, you know what? You're right. It's just 1 hour of church. Why make such a big deal about it? Why not just go? But then I realized I have to put my foot down about this. I mean, it may seem easy to just passively be Catholic and just say, oh yeah, you know, I'll just go to church and lie and do these things and put up a front in order to appease her and make her not mad at me. But this is a decision that I have to make for myself. This is a big life choice decision, and I can't just continue to pretend that I want to be something that I'm not. And I think I don't want to put that much energy in lying to my mom and lying to her about going to church and doing all the stuff that I really am not truly wanting to do. So I had to take that risk, and I had to honor myself, because even though I could just easily go to church and please her, I won't be pleasing myself. I wouldn't be living for myself. And I just imagine what my life would look like 5 or 10 years from now when, let's say, I end up having to get married and I have to either do a Catholic wedding just to appease her, or just break it to her that I'm not Catholic. And so I really wanted to be honest with her because I didn't want to continue to lie about who I was and what I believed in. And yes, it made her upset, but here's the thing that I was thinking in my head. It's okay to be upset. She has the right to act and say whatever she wants to say to me about the situation. She has the right to feel her emotions. She can feel angry, she can feel sad, she can not talk to me for days, and it's fine, because I'm willing to make that decision for myself, and it is her choice to react to that decision in any way she wants to. And when I consciously adopted this and I just let her do her thing, I felt so peaceful about it. I didn't really feel the energy of panic and just overwhelm that she was mad at me, because ultimately I realized that her reaction to the situation is her interpretation to the situation. It's all her, and it has nothing to do with me or my choices. She's upset because of the way she's interpreting this situation for her. And so this is not to say that I am not taking responsibility for things that I feel like I did wrong and that ends up hurting someone. I'm not saying that that's okay. I am talking about the situations where you feel compelled to do something that you don't want to do just to make sure someone is not upset with you, or you don't pursue that career that you really want to pursue because you don't want your family or your parents to be angry with you or disappointed in you in doing what you truly want to do. I'm talking about these big lifestyle and life decisions that you want to make for yourself, and to really be able to sit with the discomfort of having people react the way they do. And I know it's hard, and I know it's painful to see your loved ones upset and frustrated and kind of projecting it all onto you. But I think in order to do anything that we want to do in our lives, in order to be in complete control of our lives and the way we live it, in order to focus and to get to our dreams and our aspirations, we will have to disappoint people somewhere along in the process. And that is inevitable, because people will always have expectations of what we should be doing, who we should be, what career we should follow. Everyone will always have an opinion about what you need to do, and that's okay. They're allowed to have those opinions. And if you give yourself the opportunity, and if you honor your own wants and your own needs and what you truly want, it will be worth feeling the discomfort, the momentary, temporary discomfort of having people upset with your decisions, your life decisions. And when I was able to stand up to my mom and put my foot down and be firm about this decision that I wanted to make for myself, I felt so relieved. And yes, there was a part of me that was a little bit shaky on the fact that she was angry and upset. But at the same time, I felt so liberated in this decision that I made, and that I was able to stand up for myself and be firm with it and not take it back or compromise or back down on it. Because ultimately, it's my life, and I should be able to make the decisions that I want to make and not feel like I need to hide it from other people, or I need to kind of dilute it for some people so that they can handle it. They can handle it however they want to handle it. But in the end, it's me who's living my life. And we are not the source of people's pain. We are not the source of people's disappointments. And when I found that out for myself, I put two and two together, and I was like, I'm also not the source of my parents' happiness. I'm not the source of anyone's happiness. So I should never feel responsible for making sure other people are happy, because ultimately that's not my job to do. I can never control the way people want to react or feel within themselves. That's always the other person's responsibility. My responsibility is in controlling how I perceive situations and how I control and manage my own emotions. I am the source of my own happiness, and so they are the source of their own happiness. And I cannot make them happy. Like, for instance, I cannot make my mom happy by being Catholic or pretending to be Catholic. It's not about me being Catholic, it's about her perception of that. That might be, she might perceive that situation more comfortably, and she may not be as upset with that thought and that idea of me being Catholic. So, do you guys get what I'm saying? So I hope this kind of helps you think about your life and the way you make decisions in a little different way. Because for me, it was such a game changer to see how I could live my life and how unapologetically I can live my life. And I'm sure there are also some blind spots currently in my life that I'm still being ruled by trying to meet the expectations of other people. And I think we're all under the process. As we get older, we're all under the process of trying to undo that and being more consciously aware of those situations. But it was just an absolute game changer for me, and it changed my life in the way I saw how I could just live my life and make the decisions I want to make without having to explain it and without having to worry about how people will react to it. And so that was just absolutely liberating, and it's absolutely amazing to experience. And so I hope you can get something out of this video. If you like this video, hit like or subscribe, or both. And if you are on your way to accomplishing an amazing goal for yourself, but you have a hard time focusing and sticking with it, go to quarterlifecreative.com, because I offer online one-on-one coaching where we can sit down each week and talk about your progress and your struggles and trying to overcome the fears and obstacles that can often be in the way of our success. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys later. Bye.